executives passed on employing Amy Robach's lover TJ Holmes despite the fact that she was about to negotiate a $1 million deal with News Nation to host her own show. According to insiders, Amy Robach is about to sign a $1 million contract for a new position in television in which she would be on the air just 1 day a week. However, the Gossip Time can exclusively tell that News Nation, her conceivable new workplace, has abandoned their initial plans to have her hook up with lover TJ Holmes on air and has decided they have no place for him on the station. The decision to recruit Robach has already infuriated her prospective co-workers, who are letting station executives know they don't want her because they are concerned the network would be perceived as a dumping ground for discredited anchors. One person told the Gossip Time, "First Chris Steyerwalt, then Chris Cuomo, and now Amy. It hurts our reputation," she said. "It gives the impression that we are a dump for those who are unable to get a bigger and better employment elsewhere. Amy is really talented," the person continued, "but everyone in the building agrees that she carries too much baggage and that the business should focus on hiring talent that has not yet been let go by other networks." A year after she and Holmes were dismissed by ABC for failing to disclose their affair, the 50-year-old mother of two is anticipated to begin her new job, tentatively termed Robach & Co., in January. The duo, who were both married, had their positions as co-anchors of GMA3 suspended in December 2022 after DailyMail.com exclusively exposed the romance after they were spotted enjoying a romantic getaway in New York's Shawangunk Mountains just before Thanksgiving. According to insiders at News Nation, soon after Robach and Holmes, both 45, were fired, the firm started considering hiring them. The cable network hoped that the chemistry they had on air while they were at ABC would carry over to their new show. But after only a few months, they abandoned the plan and started working with Simply Amy on mock-ups, or behind-the-scenes tasks like creating logos and creating show themes. The Gossip Time has heard that the show will air during primetime, a weekly conversation show. Sit down with various newsmakers and human interest stories from around the world is how the network is referring to it. In its initial incarnation as a broadcaster without a political stance, News Nation debuted in March 2021. Since then, it has developed characters and now broadcasts opinion shows during prime time. After being sacked by Fox News for correctly predicting Joe Biden's victory in the Arizona race, Chris Steyerwalt joined the network as political editor in May 2022, after being fired by CNN for counsel given to his brother, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who was under investigation for sex harassment. Chris Cuomo joined 6 months later. Dan Abrams, Elizabeth Vargas, and Ashley Banfield are among additional hosts. The hiring of Robach will be a further step in the Chicago-based channel's effort to become a legitimate rival to the three industry leaders, liberal MSNBC, conservative Fox News, and CNN, which has changed its political stance during managerial turmoil, and now seems to be moving back to the left. It already boasts reaching 70 million homes and being the country's fastest-growing cable news network. However, it ranks as just the 76th most watched network, well behind the top three, with an average of 93,000 viewers per night. Every night, Fox draws more than 1.4 million viewers, MSNBC gets close to 1.2 million, and CNN gets 571,000. Even the far-right Newsmax outperforms News Nation, averaging 249,000 viewers per night. The media conglomerate Nexstar, which owns the station, advertises it as America's source for engaging and unbiased news that reflects the full range of perspectives across the country on its website. A significant expansion of its news operation was announced last year with the installation of production studios in New York and Washington, D.C. Consequently, Robach won't have to fly to the Windy City for the premiere of her new show. Since ABC fired Robach and Holmes, neither has had a job. They frequently frequent New York, where they hang out, work out, and take trips to Mexico and Puerto Rico. While Holmes' divorce from lawyer Marilee Fiebig is nearing completion, Robach's divorce from former Melrose Place actor Andrew Shue was finalized in March. Both marriages lasted 12 years for both pairs. Holmes has opted not to extend the lease on his Manhattan flat when it expires in the late summer, and instead intends to move in full-time with his lover, as DailyMail.com reported in May. After DailyMail.com discovered TJ and Amy in a remote vacation rental cottage near to the scenic Minnewaska State Park, 2 hours north of New York City.